Good morning. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? Hey, Kuro. Oh, sorry for the yawn. Good morning. Alms. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Eric. I hope everyone is doing fine. Oh, man. Last night I helped my brother out a bit. We were like writing things, and it was like a couple of hours of just sitting and typing, and my head is a bit mush. But it's good. It's good to be helping. Good morning, passenger. How's it going? Whew. All right. How about some topics? Let's get this puppy on the road. My son had to go to the dentist yesterday. Um, he had fixed his tooth a while back, and sometimes it can happen that it collects or it becomes infected on the inside, and it's collecting, like infection. And he has started getting like a ball on the gum, and so they had to go and pull the tooth. It was just a milk tooth, anyways. But yeah, he's loud. He's loud, so he was screaming and stuff. And the first time when he had to go fix the hole, he was screaming so much I could hear it. I was like in the waiting room with my daughter, and he was like properly like shrieking, and people like waiting for their turn. You could see them like look around and be nervous. Like, wow, what are they doing to the kid in there? And it was not like next door, it was like a couple doors down, even in a long hallway. He was not enjoying it. Good morning there, Bart. So we got only 2 topics so far. Good morning, Lurib. Throw me some topics, come on. Or I will just choose whatever. Or roll the dice, and if it's not 1, 2, I will draw something. Alright, let's do that. I will do that. I'll roll the dice. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. I thought I fixed it. There we go. Ah, it is a topic. It's a demonic hunter. Eric, you got your topic. Oh yeah. I don't think there's a lot of people today, or people are not awake. Good morning, Shmaze. All right, demonic hunter. Okay. Demonic hunter. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing like a knight of sorts with like a lance. So he spears the demons, I guess. I guess he is a demon. I'm just gonna experiment slightly differently today than yesterday. Yesterday was a fun experimentation, but I think I'll switch it up a bit today, just to see. I'm gonna try with like overlay and attempt to get like some happy accidents in that way by like overlaying brushwork over the previous layer's brush marks, to see like what can come out of it. Steampunk Cinderella, yeah. Or Snow White. Steampunk Snow White. Michal, that's really weird. It's a bit buggy, I guess. Let's do more overlay. Let's see if we can get some more interesting results by just overlaying lines and see and hope for some cool results. I think that the idea is working so far. I think it's going quite saturated, but that is something you can easily adjust by just doing it like that. So let's see what happens if I sample them. Oh, it needs to be an overlay. Oh, whatever, we'll see. Let's experiment. Captain jet lag. That's strange that it's so much problems. One would assume it would be a platform without issues like that, but maybe they rely on like longevity of the streams so that people can get troubleshoot as their that it's not like just a 30-minute stream, so that they have time to refresh, etc. Who knows? Good morning, Kilrathi. Michal. I think I talked to or mentioned everyone else. kind of digging the direction here. Let's try a multiply. Um, Let's just experiment a little bit. See, shape searching. Dear Bart, the elevator music, yeah. Okay, let's see. How can I? Let's try a hard light. Okay, that kind of does what I wanted. Let's turn to this brush. So what I was looking for was something that adds darkness, uh, but don't completely paint over the strange brushwork that I've already done. Hey, good morning, Golden Tigers. Maybe he's has the lance like connected to the arm. Could maybe have some sort of I don't know, semi-organic. Yeah, this sketch for some reason makes me think about a game, but a game I never played, and it was that game called Dante's Inferno, like action RPG, I guess, horror game. It was out quite a few years ago. Um, yeah, it was. It looked really cool. That Dante's Inferno. I should revisit and look what it remind myself what it looks like. My armor. I don't really follow their part. Uh, Eric, yeah, I looked at it a little bit. Sorry for the slurp. Um, at the time where the game was popular, yeah, they released the movie, you know, around the time as the game was released, right? Or shortly after. Um, it looked really cool. I really liked the game or the look of that animation. Oh, Jordi, that's a shame. I guess Jordi can't hear me if it's blocked either. What Jordi should do, maybe use Wi-Fi and connect with a Twitch app. So I want to like what 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 my mind where my mind went was like a strange forward going armor. So I want to try to chase that. Oh, dear bird. All right. Okay, now I get it. All right. That's a funny picture. That weird tape outfit. I wish there was an easy way. I mean, there probably is if but like in 3D, like ZBrush, you can paint volume, right? Like you can add details without having to do shadows and highlights to kind of suggest that there's a form. Like I'd love to just be able to move the brush and it would be like a 3D shape. I think that would be a cool little. I mean, you could. There is. I think it was Tom Scholes who came up with, or no, it was Matthias Verhasselt who came up with the idea of having like a RGB brush, you know, like a soft brush with each side of RGB, you know, so it's like a triangle of colors, and you could paint whatever shape you wanted with it, you know, like normal. But then because it's always it's kind of have direction information in it because it's RGB. He then went in and altered the channels, you know, like switched the green channel only, and like changed the intensity or hue of it, and you could see that the whole image, it could change the light of the whole image, you know, if you paint it correctly. And he did all these kind of cool little things. It was very cool, but for me it's not automatic enough. Like it's so much work to get it working. But it was a cool hack from his end. It's so funny this with Jordy that he's getting like a play by play in the chat. Hilarious. That's dedication. I kind of feel like it needs to be a second material in here. It just can't be like crab-like. So let's put some gray like cloth in here just to switch it up a bit so it's not um, just one-sided uh, material. Like there's so many monsters that they just have like nasty flesh in different configurations as material rather than you know, fully um, you know, you lose so much opportunity to design something cool when you're just having one material. Must have some like broken parts in the back, maybe. Captain Jetlag. Hilarious, you're hilarious. You're scandalous, Captain Jetlag. The accusations are incredible. On another cool note, I'm assuming you know who Evan Almundsen is. This guy who draws lots of fantasy. Um, he sneaked peeked or sneak announced um, his art book, which is pretty cool. He did that on Facebook. He's not Swedish. He's Norwegian. But yeah, Viking. He does really cool. He did last year a drawing a day, sketch a day, or I wouldn't say a sketch. I would say it's like a proper drawings a day for the whole year, and I think that'll be the book. And I think he wrote a story about every picture as well, which is cool. Um, so that's a definitely gonna be a purchase. We gotta support the friends. He's a nice guy. I've met him quite a few times. Hey, good morning, Ben. Yeah, he has a good mind. He definitely is very keen on writing and all these things. He's obviously well uh, emerged in the fantasy world. I mean, he does live what's called LARPing, LARPing, LARPing. That's what it's called, where you dress up as uh, fantastical things and role play, right? Live action role play. Isn't that a LARPing? He does stuff like that, and also medieval reenactments and things like that. He's a fantasy buff. He's a cool guy. Very, very energetic. Captain Jetlag. Yeah. And we are all really cool non-nerds, right? Or are we the cooler nerds? It's like, what's it called when is it when you don't realize you're yourself? Is it hybris? I don't know. I don't remember the meaning of hybris. it's not important that I should remember. Okay, a third left. I'd say I'm pretty okay state. Fun to explore a little bit and play around with things. I feel this needs better rhythm. It's getting quite lost in its own shapes, so you have to like punch up some bigger forms so that it reads stronger. Eric, yeah, he works with Jesper Acing, yeah. Um, I don't think it's called cosplay. It's cosplay is uh, for cons, right? Like Comic Con. It has to be some sort of different definition of cosplay versus LARPing. I think. Neither do I. I don't really know the like specifics of it, but there's probably some sort of difference. Could be their bird and the passenger. Probably that is the definition, um, or difference rather. Okay, I feel like the face, like the rest, it reads pretty decently. Like we can see each part, right? But there is no character. Like there's no focal point. There's no um, face. So that is something I gotta think, start thinking about. I think have you seen those medieval kings armor? They had these bespoke armors with the insane amount of details and intricate patterns and shapes, and I've went to many museums in Europe, um, like all around Europe, to these displays of different kinds of armors from different kinds of countries, and they're so crazy. It's amazing, and it's even crazier when you think that it was the way they waged war back then. You know, just walk up like a human tank in a full body suit of armor and swung their swords, and it's crazy, so brutal, like blunt force rather than bullets, things like that. I mean, obviously bullets are extremely unpersonal and they're way more devastating in that sense. They're way more efficient at killing humans, uh, and you don't even need to be close to be able to do it. I mean, in the medieval times, you had to walk up to them, or use a crossbow, obviously, or archer, be an archer. But you know, There's only that many different ways back then of how to kill a person. Hey, thanks, Atananuk and Michael. Yeah, I think I just kind of went with it, just had whatever brush that was there and kind of made something out of it. Um, oh, Captain Jetlag. Yeah, those are the. It's Polish. It's a Polish tournament. F full contact, full action,
Oh,
something.
great
And
O23.
thank you, Atananuk, for the follow. Cool. One more to the herd. You're welcome. And I can tell you every morning at the same time I do this stream, so you're more than welcome to join in. It's a 30-minute stream, but it's a daily one. Um, so thanks for the support. That's Jordy. I think. Oh yeah, he can't hear me. I was gonna reply to Jordy, but obviously he has no audio. But I think it's a completely different way of living now than in medieval times where they were kind of bashing each other and completely ruining carnage. Which reminds me, the battle scene in Games of Thrones with Jon Snow, absolutely brutal fight scene. I think that is one of the most awesomest fight scenes ever. It's crazy cool. If you haven't seen it, you gotta like YouTube it or something. Um, Jon Snow war scene probably or I don't know, but you gotta see it. It's absolutely mental. The coolest thing I think in war scene I've ever witnessed. Ah, thanks, passenger and Ataranuk. It's fun little sketch today. I really like the process of using of this little experiment of using overlay on top of each other uh, to build up the foundation. I think that is something I want to experiment more with. It was a cool little um, happy accidents prone technique. I think it's gonna rely on me to find and think forward a little bit more, like find the path of how to put down the marks. But as a whole, I think it was a cool little thing to do. So it's definitely worthy of more experimenting. Lurib, yeah, the huge battle scene where they ride horses into each other and he just and the piles and piles of humans and oh, it's so mental. And the sense of impact was crazy and chaos and humans and things flying left and right and it was mental. It was yeah, so impressive. I remember sitting and watching it with my wife and both of us were just kind of, our jaws dropped, and were completely caught off guard. Like, what the hell is happening? It was an amazing. It was amazing. Definitely a really cool moment for me in like TV memories. Passenger, yeah, it's in the ends last season. All right, time's up. This is this is the demon hunter, demonic hunter. Thanks for the topic, Eric. It was a fun one. I mean, it obviously could be better, but I think it's cool enough. I like it. I like the exploration in technique. I like the exploration in approach and shapes and so on. All right. Thanks again, and have a fantastic day. And thanks for the follow, Atananuk, and good night for those who are at the end of their day. And I'll be around on Discord, uh, so catch you there. Otherwise, see you tomorrow morning. Uh, have a good one, and thanks for the topic, Eric. It was fun. All right, bye. Here comes the outro.